Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mikey Report Election Special, Part 3. Yeah, we are... And there's been so much that's happened that I need to have so many parts. And YouTube isn't allowing me to do so, so... I'm doing it through a program that I have to thank Capture Flux. They have been gracious enough to allow their software to the public, and I am grateful for that because that has helped a lot for the Mikey reports. I've never really given them thanks. Paul Glagla, or Glagla, thanks enough. Capture Flux, look it up, good program. That enables me to record and also give you this bottom portion right down here. So, I have to thank them. But we have quite a bit of election coverage still, including the analysis of what does all this mean. What does the Republican takeover of the House and the slimmer lead for Democrats in the Senate, what does that mean for some of these things like Obamacare and some of the other reform bills that have went through? So let's take a look at our stats here as we turn this around here. Sorry, I can't really zoom in all that much. I'm gonna take my pen here. I know I'm kinda askew. I gotta put my glasses on so I can see what I'm pointing at. We have, like I said, we have some major changes in the landscape of the House, the Senate, and gubernatorial races. First off, let's get to the House, where we have some major races here. Republicans went to 239, are at 239 representatives, and the Democrats at 185. Republicans do have the majority in the House, so that probably will mean Obamacare might be getting repealed, so we'll delve more into that a little bit later on. 240, still about 11 races to call, as we got a projection of 242 versus 193. As we move down here to this bottom right corner where I have the gubernatorial races, there's 4 races left to call in Connecticut, Oregon, Illinois, and Minnesota. But we have advantage to Republicans, 29, 16, and 1. That one independent is Rhode Island from last night. So definitely Republican advantage in gubernatorials, but Senate has Democratic edge right now with their two independents caucusing with the Democrats. 46 Republican and with a +6 advantage, which would mean that Republicans would have to get the last 2, which are right now too close to call: Washington and Alaska. Alaska has a write-in campaign, so we might have another independent. Who knows? So that's going to be interesting. Washington is very close. Patty Murray versus Dino Rossi. That's going to be close as we continue to check that one out. Colorado was the real was major too close to call until this afternoon, where they had called their race. Michael Bennett with the win that with 90% in. And the two races that were big in Pennsylvania, the Senate race and the gubernatorial race, both went Republican, as you can tell in the left-hand corner by my head here. Pat Toomey wins it over Joe Sestak, 51-49. For the Senate, that came in the wee hours of the morning, and the gubernatorial race, Tom Corbett over Dan Honorato, that came earlier in the evening, before the 11 o'clock hour. Corbett ended 54.5 to 45.5. There's still about about 0.5% of the precincts still left to report, but there really isn't much to take care of, as majority of votes have been cast and tallied. As we will be delving into more of the rest of what it means for us in the country, for the what can be done, and that Obama blamed actually the economy. And true, people are disgusted with the economy, but I think they're more disgusted with Obamacare. And that is the main reason why it's mainly why a lot of these races went to the Republican side. If it wasn't for the Democratic holdover of 40 in the Senate, Republicans probably would have had it, because they had a 20. For the Senate, it was a 38-2 holdover compared to a 23 holdover, but it was a 23-12 in the favor of the Republicans for the Senate. In the House, it was completely 239 to 185. The complete shellac, and we have a lot of local results too. We'll get to that in our everythingnepa.com segment, like I said in previous. And gubernatorials, we got 16, 1, and 29. I hear a vuvuzela in the hallway. So the former balance was 26 Democrats, 24 Republicans, and it's completely changed. Minimum could be 21 for the Democrats, 29 for the Republicans. It was Democrats had 7 governors, and Republicans had 6, but a 23-9 with an independent win in Rhode Island pretty much puts it at 29-17. So a huge differential for the gubernatorials. A lot of Republican states came in. A lot of people want Republican reform now. I know northeastern Pennsylvania put in Republicans in their house, in the U.S. House, and pretty much a lot of why Republicans? Because they of issues that need to be taken care of. And some other reports, Delaware Senate went with Democrat Chris Coons over Christine O'Donnell, the Tea Party-backed candidate. John Runyon, former Eagle offensive lineman, took the New Jersey 3rd District of the House. 6th District House in Pennsylvania, Jim Gerlach. 7th District, Pat Meehan. 8th District, Mike Fitzpatrick over Patrick Murphy, so Republicans in the 6th, 7th, and 8th District. 13th District went Democrat Allison Schwartz over Dee Adcock. 15th District, Charlie Dent over John Callahan. John Carney takes the at-large 1st District House of Delaware. 57% over Glenn Urquhart, and 7th District of Jersey, Len Lance over Ed Potosnak, 59 to 41. That's in the Philly area, northeastern Pennsylvania. We will get to you. Do not worry. I'm the election analyst for everythingnepa.com as well, so you don't want to miss it. I will give you all of that as soon as I get done with Mikey report coverage. So definitely keep in tune with us, and we'll have the regular Mikey report at a little bit later time. So you don't want to go away. We'll be back.